Hi, my name is Jesse, and this is the Valiant Lifestyle. And in this episode, I'm going to talk to blended family dad, blended family husband, and ensuring that everyone gets my attention. Hi, this is a wonderful opportunity for many of you men out there to listen to what I have to say because I feel that it will be helpful to you. If this is your first time listening, watching, welcome. It's been more than a pleasure to be able to support and help you with info that I have because I know of not too many people in my position that are able to readily talk about what their experience is when it comes down to being a blended family dad or husband. And I feel it's necessary, more than necessary, for many men to feel like they've got some sort of rapport or support or information, just something. So, what am I talking about today? Before I get to that, I'm going to welcome you. If this is your first time, welcome. I'd like to invite you to subscribe. Right where my finger is, there is a subscribe button. Hit the all. All says that any content that I develop, that I post, you will get a notification for that. So that includes all of it. So make that your your choice. This is your minute time watching me. Welcome back, my man. Welcome back. It's a delight to have you. So today I'm talking about the blended family husband, the blended family dad, and ensuring that everyone gets my attention. But how do I do that? How does one do that with the feeling like don't have enough time, or feeling in moments like I'm burdened with I'm being pulled in many directions? So here's how I deal with that. The quick and dirty. The quick and dirty is it's going to take you time to figure out what that means, because it is going to be unique in your family alone. Being a blended family dad, you're going to go through so many little nuances when it comes to, am I giving enough time to my blood daughter? Am I giving enough to my bonus daughter? Am I giving enough attention and love to my wife? Am I giving enough attention to everybody in my family, including the dog? But what about you? What about you? So here's how I am able to wrap a lot of this up. I wasn't able to figure out how to do this earlier on in my relationship with my wife, and earlier on when my bonus daughter and my daughter were bonding, to put that together, to figure out how to do this. But I figured it out. And here's how I did it. Here is how I did it. I couldn't figure out how to do this for them until I did it for me. And it was like this: giving myself the gift of me first, my presence. And that meant devoting time first thing every day to me, getting up early before everybody else is up. That is the first win of your day, says my mentor, Dwayne. The first win of your day is to get up. To get up and get after it. And that means you have a routine. You have some sort of rhythm that you do each day. And that could be you develop your own meditation, your own breath work. Or that could mean that you do your sets of 3. I do sets of 3 and as many reps as I can handle when it comes to things like push-ups, things like jumping jacks, things like behind me. These are boxing gloves. I do 15 minutes of that. I do wall sits, wall push-ups. I do many things like that. So why is all this necessary? Because you have to figure out how to do it for you. You have to forge your own template for how to do this, because you will struggle like I did, and I struggled to figure out what that was until you figured out what it was. So once I was able to give myself the gift of my own time by getting up earlier, before everybody in the house was up, and to do that and to fill my cup first, I wasn't able to give the attention and love to my wife or my kids. And that meant that throughout the day, I had this annoying, repeated, cyclical thought pattern in my head where I felt like I was angry because it was, well, how can I give my kids, how can I give my wife my attention when I hadn't given myself that? But it looked like, how dare you ask me for more love? How I just gave you 30 minutes of my time. I just gave you 2 hours. I just gave you an entire day, and you're asking for more of me. And meanwhile, they're so happy about all the time that I've given to them, and at some points overgiven my past my own boundaries, and felt like I had just withdrawn so much energy from myself because I didn't have those boundaries. With this, you start to create your own boundaries. So seriously look at, and even if you're not a morning person, because I'm not, but I'm becoming a morning person. I am becoming a morning person every time I do this, because I show myself the gift of my own presence, the first win of the day, every day, 5 o'clock in the morning every day. And many of you leave for work early. You got to get up earlier. You got to get up earlier, and then you got to go to bed earlier so that you can give yourself enough time to have that sleep that you get to have. So when I was able to forge my own template, meaning when I was able to see exactly how I gave myself my own time, then I was able to see how that everyone else in the house could do it for them. And once I did it for me, I filled my own cup first. And this isn't selfish. This is called self-love. This is looking after you, my man. If you don't do this for yourself, like I wasn't doing this for myself, then you're going to be resentful, and you're going to feel like, how am I supposed to give my kids and my wife even more attention? How am I supposed to do that? With work, with friends, with people calling, with texting, with being on social media. It's all about really managing your time. And yes, it is about managing your time. And I actually have a friend that's been getting up at 3 o'clock, and he used to get up even earlier than that when we used to work up north in camp. And I could not understand why he did that. But what he did was something amazing, because he was showing up for himself every time he did that. And he was actually the lead on our shift. And I look back at that and go, wow, I have an idea of how I'm to do that. Now I'm going to do that for my family. And now that I've forged my own me time and know what that is, that is amazing, because now I get into my day and my wife says, I need more of your love right now. I have no problem giving that to her. My kids, daddy, Jay daddy, I want this. Can you build this with me? Can you do that? Can we play? Can we go outside? Yes, of course we can. Yes, we can do all these things. I'm a yes man now. And it feels amazing to be able to do that. To be able to give them the love and the attention as a blended family dad and husband. And you can too. You can do this. And I want you to stop making excuses for yourself, because the more excuses you make, the lesser and the more complicated it gets. And not only that, you prolong the time that it takes to shift yourself to really get this stuff done. You just put it off. You procrastinate even more because you give yourself an excuse, which you think is a reason, like I did, and you put it off. You don't deal with your feelings, and this is why it festers under the surface, and why you blow off on your kids, why you blow out on your wife or your coworkers for that matter, because you haven't forged your own time, your own me time to do that yet. And take it from me, the guy that wasn't doing this until I figured out how to do it. I mean, do you want to be engaged and present with your kids like I am now? You start doing this. And if you really want a good kick in the butt, you're going to go to thevaliantlifestyle.com and book that 30-minute complimentary discovery call with me. Hit that little red button and schedule your call. And let's make something life-changing here for you. Let's set the wheels in motion, finally. I'm excited to do this for you, or with you. Let's get after it. All right, my man. Thank you for watching, and I trust this was helpful for you. Let's do this.